fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is Blood for Drugs. It was written by Robert Brooks, Paul Dunn, and Jenny Gray. Our game master is Josh Harwood, and this is episode 4. Our recap will be given by Josh Harwood and Dalton Dunn as their characters, DJ Vic G and rhythm guitarist Luna Pipe. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Guys?
Thank you, Tom. And that was a good sports report as per usual. I am DJ Vic G, and this is another episode of the Midnight Meat Train. Where will our people go this week? Who knows? Will they learn more? We hope so. But before we get to that, I've got a special guest. Last time we had the big sister, Susan Pipe, the lead singer. This week we have the rhythm guitarist, Luna Pipe. So, welcome, Luna.
Hey, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. It's always good to hear from people on their own accord. Anyway, how has your experience been so far?
I mean, the tour's been okay. I feel like we did really well on our first night. I mean, night 2 we could have been a bit better. I feel like we kind of like took our eye off the ball a little bit, kind of just lost focus. We weren't as good as what we could have been. But at the end of the day, it's just about people enjoying the shows. And I feel like we always accomplish that. So,
yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to do in this industry. Just got to keep trying and trying and trying. Sometimes you'll hit a false note, but it'll work. And I like to ask this: any strange occurrences on your travels?
Yeah, there's been quite a few. I mean, there's some weird sandstorms that keep occurring. And there's also this guy, Alejandro. Something's just off about him. I can't quite put a finger on it, but that guy he's not right. He's not right in the head.
Why is that? I'm assuming you mean Alejandro, the lead singer of Blood for Drugs, but why is he not right?
He's just something off about him. Like whenever he's around, the atmosphere just feels off, and it doesn't help that we found a gun in his car with a dress stained with blood.
A gun with a dress stained with blood. Wow, fascinating. Well, you are surely in a predicament, and yes, I think that is all, Miss Pipe. You've touched on what I think the viewers, listeners, and everyone wants to hear. Anyway, thank you, Luna. We will see you, I'm sure, again in the future. And anyway, let's continue on to episode 4 of the Midnight Meat Train. I am DJ Vic G, and let's get straight to it. So, you are over by the car. I do need to retcon something. At the end of the last session, I said the concert was ending. It hasn't, because he left during the last section of it. So it's still ongoing, their gig, as you guys are outside.
So the music's still playing.
Yeah, the music's still playing.
So I'll look, well, with the music still playing, I'll be like going, why'd you come out here, Alejandro? I mean, you were on stage.
I can get away with it. People know that I like to mysteriously vanish, and I wanted to come and see what was going on. They're not going to miss me for a 5-10 minute instrumental anyway. So,
well, I mean, yeah, I get it that you're a little not always on stage, but you just happened to come out when my sister and I found your gun.
Coincidence.
Yeah, I believe in coincidences too, but sometimes it starts to stretch.
Anyway, but said we can help each other here. I am no murderer. It may look like I've done something, but I am personally no murderer. I hope, anyway.
Well,
Hope.
yeah, well, I think I'm going to reflect my sister's disbelief in that statement. I hope that you're not also, but something weird going on because, you don't remember where you're going, his bloody dress, and you walked off stage right at the moment.
I know I keep saying it, but coincidence.
It doesn't add up.
Miss Pipe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All of you can, you three over there, you two can judge me, but this isn't, I don't know what's going on. I'm as confused as anyone else, but the
Well,
law wouldn't believe me.
Well, let's
Right.
plan to meet for some coffee in the morning when we can actually discuss this in the light of day. Because
Can I do a psychology roll on him?
Yeah, you can do a psychology roll. Anyone who wants to can do a psychology roll.
31 out of 45, so just a regular.
Okay. There is some truth to what he is saying, but going by his demeanor, he believes what he is saying. A lot of what he's saying is true, but it also seems like it's false how he's saying it, but he believes that it's true. That's how it's coming across, how he's speaking and posture.
Does it seem like he's not telling us everything?
Yeah, it would seem that way. But maybe he himself can't tell you everything. But you get that feeling there's more to it than he is spilling. But yes. So as you are all there, all of a sudden there is a brief flash of a siren as one of the local police vehicles comes up, and you know from a off comment last session that the sheriff is in there. So you could assume a deputy, there probably isn't many police officers here, steps out, a very tall man, blonde hair, and looks a bit nervous, but he walks up to you all and hello.
hello.
Evening, officer.
Evening. I'm actually looking for Mr. Ulrich.
Oh,
Speaking. Hello.
Could you come down to the station with me, please?
Whoa, I'm not under arrest, am I?
No, you're not under arrest. I just have some questions, and I don't really want to speak about it out in the open.
All right, okay. Well, this isn't my first tango with the law. Would it be okay if I brought my friends?
Yes, they can sit in the waiting area if needed. Yes.
what's this? What's it about?
An ongoing investigation.
Well, I've only been here a day and a half.
Well, I just need to speak to your friend here.
Well, we can alibi him for the whole time we've been here. So,
Well, yeah, I'll hold you to that.
All right.
Well, maybe one of us should go with him at least.
Yeah.
I'll go with you, Garth.
All right.
Okay. You can. One of you don't both have to sit in the back. I'm not. As I said, you're not under arrest, Mr. Ulrich. So one of you can sit up front with me, and the other in the back. So.
Why don't you sit up front? Get him to run the siren for fun.
I I'd be down for rolling a few red lights.
I probably can't smoke in your car, huh?
Oh, go ahead. The sheriff, my partner, and then the sheriff likes to smoke in their cars. So anyway, so yeah, he'll get you to the car, and you'll go off to the station. And before we go to the station, we will stay at the car with the Pipe sisters, Vivian and Alejandro. As Alejandro is sweating because because an officer just came and he is like gripping his car door. All three of you can see his like knuckles are white. He's gripping so hard.
Well, Alejandro, I hope that showed a little good faith on our part.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So do we need to go now?
He did. He would have ushered you with him. Yeah. Into the vehicle with him. So.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Well, I will go ahead and shut the trunk, but I'm going to hold up the tire iron. I was like, "This one's mine. This is mine."
Okay. So we can meet for coffee in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, McDonald's. It's a public place.
Yeah. No shenanigans from either of us. So.
Exactly. Safer for both of us.
Yes. If something happens like it has been happening, here's where I am staying while I am here. And he writes it on a piece of paper.
All right. And we arrange a time. Let's say 8:00.
Yes, yeah, that's perfect. Anyway, I better get back. It's been longer than 10 minutes. I better get in.
Vivian, Luna, once he walks away.
Can I quickly take that bit of paper with his address on it?
Yeah.
You still got the pen?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I write down the registration of the vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. And I
Just so
suggest we
just in case he bolts.
Well,
Got like his car reg.
It's not even his.
Well,
Remember, it's the bass player's car.
You never know. They might find it somewhere. It could turn out useful.
Could be. I say we get our gear and get ready to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to carry Whips, all his drums. Damn it.
Maybe we can grab one of the carts or something.
Yeah.
Push it
Yeah.
back.
Oh, and he had to have a 32-piece set. All right.
Okay. So are you gonna stay for the rest of it, or are you just gonna pack up now? Because you could technically pack up now.
Yeah.
And then
I want to pack up now.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
I don't want to be here when Alejandro gets done on stage.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you'll be able to go in out the back near the 2 green rooms and get everything. You might have a few fans come up to you and stuff, but other than that, you'll be able to sort out your stuff and get it back to your van and all that. So, moving to the police station or in the police car, Hirsch and Garth, you are in the police car with the deputy. And you're nearly at the station. It's not too far away.
So, care to give us any idea of what this is about?
Well, a witness came forward when we were going through last known locations of a homicide, and your name cropped up. So,
Where was the homicide?
just outside of town, technically not my sheriff's jurisdiction due to how this weird place puts its jurisdiction, but
How could Garth's name come up? Like I said, we just got here.
Well, the motel you're staying at, the receptionist stated that the deceased were last seen with, from her knowing, with Mr. Ulrich.
What?
Yes.
I forgive my stunned silence, but I am stunned and silent. I mean, I came back to the apartment with a couple of girls, but
Is it one of them?
It would be best if we wait till we're at the station. And by that point, you're at the station. Like, you literally pull into the station. It's not that far away.
I was gonna say we sit in awkward silence until we get to the station.
For those last few seconds, just awkward silence. And he'll lead you into the station. It's very small. It's when you get in there, the waiting area is tiny. There's a little desk, and there's a woman behind the desk. There's a few cells to one side, and there's a couple of like offices. And he takes you into one of them and sits you down at a desk. Hershey allows you to sit in with him. So,
Well, I was going to say you probably want to hear from me too.
So the rest of the police department are out at that gig tonight, and I'm not very good at these kind of things, so I'm not going to be formal with you. Basically, 2 females were found deceased outside of the town. We would have actually wanted to speak to your bandmates. I assume you're one of his bandmates, because
Yeah.
Going by the receptionist's statement, both of them walked straight past a few of you, I think.
Well, Garth and I are staying in the same room,
Mm.
and the girls left as I was getting there, as we were getting there. So they left. They weren't injured or harmed or anything at all. And Garth was then in the room with me the whole night.
Well, am I clear that up? Anything strange occur at all, Mr. Ulrich?
Yeah, they were particularly sensitive to vomit.
A wild night, I assume.
Well, it could have been, but
It wasn't so wild.
it wasn't, no.
And I can attest that I cleaned up the fucking vomit.
Okay. Well, did you notice anything strange about the 2 of them at all, were they?
I mean, as normal as 2 girls that are into that sort of behavior can be.
Okay.
There's nothing off about them, like.
Yeah, I didn't think that you were anything about it, because as far as I'm aware, I did a little knowing. And you guys aren't even from this area, so well, you're from New Somerville, Mr. Ulrich, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I didn't have any reason. We've been actually, well, I shouldn't really discuss, but we've had a few similar details.
So you're saying it's already a homicide, so I'm assuming that means you found bodies?
Yeah, on the outskirts.
How were they killed?
Wow. Straight to the point. Well, you 2 know this guy's like sweating, and he's very nervous, and he's clearly revealing too much information, so it probably shows a bit of inexperience, but he continues. And well, they were completely disemboweled.
Disemboweled?
Yes.
Is there bears around here?
If there were, I haven't seen any do anything like that. And I think I've said too much. I shouldn't really be speaking to people who I was questioning about details of the case, like, too much.
Jesus
but
Christ.
The receptionist who brought my name into it, I mean, the two were barely dressed, running down the hallway. And as far as I know, there's only one exit out, and that's the entrance. So she would have seen them.
That's where they came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, we're pretty dry on leads, so...
Do we even know what their names are? What, do you remember?
No.
They were just some groupies at the show.
Well, strange coincidence. But anyway, thank you for coming in. I feel like I've ruined your night now, but it was more of a...
We'll cooperate with anything that you need. Jesus Christ. And you said it's not the first time?
No.
You got yourself a serial killer around here somewhere then.
And it's not just here. I just been darting around.
Darting around where?
The area, in all of the local towns, villages.
Well, we're heading to, where the hell is it? Yokel or Yoakum or
Yeovil.
Yeovil. We're heading to Yeovil for a concert there. Jesus.
Yeah. It's been stressful on everyone in this area, but we do what we can with the very limited resources we have.
How far back was that weirdo that got in the RV with us temporarily?
A couple of days.
Weirdo.
As in, like, distance-wise, like how many miles did we travel from that?
He met you just before the garage.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, because if you're looking for weird individuals, that would be, depending on how far he was at the time, he certainly wasn't normal.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well,
we picked up a guy. I honest to God, I don't remember all the details of that guy.
Basically, some guy got in. He was hitchhiking, and we sort of knew from the outset he was pretty weird. He got in, found out we were in a band, and what was he started saying? We're all this. He started saying we're all the same, and I'm going to get rid of you, or something like that.
Yeah.
But
he was out of his mind, so we put him off the bus.
Do you have a description of? I know it's a few days back, but
we see so many people. What do you think, Whip?
I mean, that definitely stands out to me. That fella, like.
Give me a luck roll, Mr. Orange.
Garth pulls out his lucky dice. Oh, I think that is lucky. Yeah, 27. That's a pass.
Yeah, you can, just like everything that's been happening to you recently, you can picture that man. And
perfectly honest, officer, we've seen quite a few weird folks hereabouts.
We've been getting that a lot recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else strange happened just on a whim? You guys are outsiders, so.
I had a guy come up to me and threaten me with a breadstick.
He just starts like laughing and what?
Well, it scared the shit out of me a little bit. I mean, I don't know who these people are. People can come up to you. When you're in the entertainment business, people come up to you acting like your friend, and then they'll stick you in the nuts with a knife or a screwdriver.
Or breadstick.
Just because they can say, yeah, breadstick. You could have had a shiv in that breadstick, though. Hey, I'm going to poke you with a breadstick, and then there's a big old awl inside of it that he could have jabbed me with. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
We've got to play it careful,
Well, feel free to get in contact with any of the police departments around these parts if anything comes we're all kind of
How
in
are they?
touch.
How are they disemboweled? Were they torn open? Were they scratched open like with a claw?
Torn, yes, definitely torn open.
Right. It's not like sliced with a knife or cut up with a sword.
Torn, but that's not the only thing. But as I said, I shouldn't really go into the details, so I will. Anyway, you two are free to go. Obviously, I wasn't even holding you really anyway. So.
Are you free to drive us back?
Yeah. Sorry, yes. Let me I just need to go and talk to Doris out here and get a few things, and then I'll come back and get you. There's coffee in the kitchenette just around there. You can help yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus.
And he steps up and leaves, so you two are alone.
This place getting scarier and scarier by the minute. I got homicides going on. Shit.
Got empty boots with blood in them, bloody clothes in them.
I'd expect some overdoses or something like that from the drug crowd, but Jesus, tearing somebody open, it's disgusting.
What would be even worse
is tragic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They could have done it to themselves. I mean, I saw some pretty wacky shit that night. It's not outside the realm of possibilities.
So as you two are sat there, all of a sudden the walls go grey and decrepit looking in front of you, and the table that you're on is now made out of bones. The chair, if one of you was sat on a chair or both of you were, they are now also bone chairs.
What the hell?
Yeah, like that.
Above you, there is no roof. You could see this bright grey thing in the sky. There's a sandstorm brewing in the distance out the window.
Are they pumping drugs in here? What the hell?
This is what I mean. Like, we were just talking about it, and then this shit starts happening again.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Something in the water.
So, as you both get up to go out, you go out the door, and all that's in front of you, as you go out, there's just a grey, wasteland in front of you.
What the fuck?
And it flickers every few seconds between this grey wasteland and the deputy just walking around in front of you with a stack of papers moving around. And it flickers between this wasteland and the police station. Both of you do me power rolls for me.
Okay. I'm actually going to pull Wet back into the room and say, we need to just ride this out, whatever it is. 69. That is a pass. Regular.
Extreme success. Rolling better tonight for a change.
Okay. No, yeah, after a while, it will fade away. But before it fades away, you start to hear this metallic music. It's music, but it's very metallic sounding. All the instruments sound weird and distorted and not your usual music. And you can hear screaming in the distance. And the sandstorm starts to engulf the both of you during the flickering, and you are back. As you guys are standing there, the deputy's just looking at you, speaking to you. Are you ready to go, gentlemen?
Yeah, I think so.
Please.
We're tired after our set tonight.
Okay. Can you both do me sanity rolls for me?
Sure. 07. I got the bond roll.
No, that's a fail again.
If you fail, just take 2. If you pass, take 1.
Okay.
And yeah, the deputy will take you back to wherever you want to be.
How about drop us off at... Oh, we still got to move all of our gear.
Yeah.
Drop us off at the venue.
Okay. So he'll drop you off at the venue, and to be fair, it'll have taken you guys a while to do that. So you guys might have just finished or coming back for like the final lot of stuff as the other two get back in the police car.
Yeah, when they get out of the car, I'll give it a sour expression because I'm like, "Oh, nice timing."
It was all orchestrated so that we wouldn't have to move that stuff.
Yeah.
The two people with the most equipment.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a keyboard.
You should have like all these keyboards, like organs and all this stuff.
It's not a Moog synthesizer. It's just a damn keyboard. Guys, there is something. Did you guys have any weird experience while you were in the last hour?
No.
We
I mean,
did.
other than the fact we just discovered a gun and a bloody dress, but other than that, no.
I don't think it's drugs. I think that because I don't feel drugged at all. I think it's magic.
Wait, what? What happened?
We were at the station. Those 2 girls that Whip was with last night, they were murdered.
What?
What,
After
really?
they left, they were taken. They were out somewhere walking, and they got torn up.
Oh my god.
Disemboweled.
They doesn't think it was us. They don't think it was us.
Well, good, because I don't think it was us either.
No,
I mean,
but while we were standing there, it suddenly looked like we were somewhere else, like Land of the Dead. There was a sandstorm, Luna. What if there's some weird magic going on here? Because this ain't drugs. We're having common visions. And we've got Alejandro and his weird family that's supposedly...
Did they say anything about gunshot wounds on the bodies?
They said that they were disemboweled with
That's
like
more
claws.
than a gunshot. Fuck.
Did the clothes in the trunk? They didn't look like they were clawed, were they?
no, and
No, it's just a gunshot.
and
Well,
it
I'm
was
assuming
it
it's
was
a
a
whole
dress.
caused by a gunshot.
Remember those ladies? They left the hotel with not wearing a dress. I mean,
Yeah.
right. Well, yeah, I think we gotta just get the fudge out of here.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Speaking of which, I should probably give their clothes in for evidence, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I think that might be
That'd
wise.
be a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to make it seem like you're covering up.
I was really close to showing him my knife, but I asked him if they were cut up, and he said it was like they were torn open with claws. So I was like, well, it's not a knife then.
Yeah.
Do you think they got attacked by bears?
That's what we thought, but it's really specific. Garth thought maybe it was they did it to themselves, but I don't know why. I don't know why you said that though.
I mean,
they were
it's
pretty
just-
freaky.
I mean, it's that too.
This
That
whole place is
panic,
freaky.
or-
Well, let's get out of here. I don't want to be around when
Yeah,
the crowds get out. Let's get back to our hotel. The gear's loaded up.
I wonder if that other band got some of this weird shit going on, and they left. They disappeared. They got out of town as quickly as they could. Maybe they were smart.
blank space.
Yeah. Are you talking Demon's Rejects or Blank Space?
No, I'm talking about blank space.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be out of here tomorrow. We got that meeting with Alejandro, and then I say we roll.
Assuming he actually turns up.
If he doesn't, then
I can't help but feel like we've made a mistake there. It's so obvious he's done something. Why are we even giving him the chance?
But what's with this, with Ember and her weird bodyguard?
well, I mean,
There are too many weird, shitty things going on in this town.
yeah. And there goes my theory that they're the ones that drugged you because we didn't drink any of their items. Yeah.
We were right in the middle of the police station.
Yeah.
We had to kind of hold it together so that we didn't start freaking out.
Quick fact check. Hirsch, did you keep the piece of the dagger? Do you still have that on?
Oh yeah.
Okay, right, just for reference. I wasn't sure if you gave it back to him or gave it to one of the others. So
No, I don't think I gave it back to him.
No, you definitely didn't.
Because you said you were going to keep it for the night.
Right, to see if he was affected by it
Yeah.
not being there.
Mhm.
And he didn't seem to be particularly interested in keeping it either, which
Oh,
I found interesting. So maybe it's just a piece of crap.
yeah. But I mean, we got it now.
You want to look at it?
Let's look at it back at the hotel.
All right.
I just don't want to be around this venue.
I feel like we need some birthday cake or something. Something sweet and pink and sparkly to get rid of this horrible feeling.
For alcohol.
okay, so you guys go back to the hotel. Breeze, you see a few people walking around, but most people were still at the venue and stuff. So yeah, so you're back at the hotel. What are you guys doing, or are you gonna examine the dagger a bit now, or are you gonna go to bed?
I think we're conferencing for a bit because the adrenaline's a little high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to check out that piece of the dagger.
So this is what I got, and I put it there. And it's on a chain, right?
Yeah, it's on a chain.
Does it look like they used a natural part of the dagger to put it on the chain, or did they have to drill a hole in the dagger?
It looks like they drilled into it to
Oh,
put the chain.
I would think that might destroy any kind of magic. Of course, it's been broken into pieces anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll pick it up. Does it have any markings on it, or is it just like a smooth piece of metal?
Which part of the dagger? Yeah.
It's going by how it is. It seems to be the tip end.
Okay.
But yeah, it's smooth, but there are a few like markings in it, faded gold markings that just seem like a bit of an added touch to it.
Like scrape it on my fingernail, see if it's still kind of sharp. Not, don't want to cut my flesh with it, but scrape it on the fingernail, see if it scrapes off a little bit of the.
Yeah, it's not like overly sharp, but you can scrape a little bit off. Like it's.
Well, I mean, I'd have to look up some information on it to be able to see if this really was what Grandpa Paul was after. But
Well, it was weird. Didn't we hear the same word again? What is it? Jeez, I'm so bad with words.
the bacillor?
Yeah, bacillor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we even know about this? I wonder if they've got She's right in the middle of Hicksville. There's no library here.
Yeah. No. There's just kind of Louis L'Amour books or something.
Can I look it up on my cell phone? My what?
Oh, what? Well, if you wanted to make the trip back, there's probably some stuff in Salem
Oh yeah,
in
that would
your
be.
building, but
Well, we do have a few days, don't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we're planning on going to visit his family. And the Demon Rejects, where were they going? They're going up to like Somerville or something like that.
yeah, they're going up to New Somerville.
New Somerville, yeah.
Well, they actually specified they're going to Old Somerville, which are ruins of that place.
Were they still at the venue when we left?
Yeah, they were still at the venue.
Okay, so
Is it worth trying to talk to them?
yeah, I mean, I think...
obviously, I don't think going outright and saying what we've had happen is a good idea, but like maybe hinting at stuff to try and draw a response, try to see if they've had any sort of weird stuff happen to them as well.
Yeah, we could just come up to and just go, hey, did you have any weird hallucinogens? We think someone put something in our drinks, that's pretty innocuous.
Yeah, something like that. I feel like it would work quite well.
Should we also prepare ourselves to turn in Alejandro?
Why haven't we done that already?
Because I want to see what's going on.
And he's clearly done it. Regardless whether he claims he didn't do it or someone else who just happened to be him did it. He's clearly done it. Well, I don't even know why we're giving him a chance.
Well, I'll be frank. The reason I'm giving him a chance is because Blood for Drugs is essentially writing our checks right now, and we torpedoed the tour. I mean, we're back to playing at that bar.
Yeah. Well.
And we don't actually have a body anywhere to go with the clothes and the gun. So, did he actually do anything?
Yeah.
We have breakfast with him tomorrow. We see what he's got to say, and then if we freak out, we can tell the sheriff or the deputy that he's got something in his trunk, or he opened up his trunk and we saw something. We don't have to tell him that we saw it tonight.
He's clearly done something. I just don't want it to affect any of us or have any harm come to any of us because of it.
I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay. So after you've probably been chatting for quite a while after this. So what you got? Are you guys gonna go to bed after it, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Discuss.
Although it's not easy. I'm gonna sleep with this under my pillow.
Okay.
Just in case Whip turns out to be the murderer.
Look at him.
It's a really good trick, throwing up on the floor and making me clean it up.
It was my plan all along.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all go to sleep at whatever intervals whenever you fall asleep, but you fall asleep. As you all are sleeping, the usual power rolls, please.
Ooh, I got the 007, which is an extreme.
I also got an extreme.
Yeah.
I failed.
Of course.
I also failed.
Okay, I was about to say, Tom, you also have a disadvantage on this roll, but you failed anyway. So.
Oh, I do. I didn't know that. What was my disadvantage for?
You'll find.
Oh, okay.
I got 12, so hard pass.
Now I'm thinking about spending luck. All right.
Okay. So, sorry, Vivian, did you pass as well?
I did. I got an extreme.
Okay, and Susan, you passed. Yep.
Yep, extreme.
Okay. So, Susan, Vivian, Luna, you guys are all have a good night's sleep.
That's right. Us girls.
Perfect. You're all in sync. Just boom. Good sleep. But the boys. So I start with Garth first, as he's he's had the worst brunt of these so far. So, Garth, you stir in your sleep, but when you awaken, you are on a cold stone floor. You are completely naked, and blood is dripping down on you. So as that drips, you notice instantly that in front of you, at an angle about that, with a pole going through here, there is a naked woman impaled on, like, right above you, basically, and her jaw is completely ripped up.
What sort of fuckery am I in right now? Am I like bound, or am I just lying down?
No, you're lying down. You're lying down. There's no fuckery like that.
I mean, there is like, but
well, yeah. But...
no, I'll get up and wipe the blood off myself and spit out any that's got in my mouth. And what's around me if I was lying on the floor?
Okay, the room is pretty dark other than that. So, but you can do me a spot hidden for me.
I don't think so. No, that's a fail.
Okay, no, you don't. You like look, but the thing is that when you're looking into the darkness, your eyes start to feel really blurry and awful the more you look into it. So you find it hard to look around. But the woman is in front of you. Now that you're up, you'll also see her brain is exposed.
Right. Well, sorry, 1 second. She's climbing all over me. My immediate, if I can't see anything around me and there's just a corpse hanging above, my immediate thing would be to look for a way out, even though it's pure dark.
Yeah. If you're gonna search for a wall, you'll feel a wall, and going along, you may not be able to see, but you'll feel a door. You'll feel it, and a handle. So
yeah, just want to get away from that cadaver.
Okay, so you're gonna open the door, yes?
Please.
So as you open the door, it's unlocked. You open it, and there's a very loud creak as you open the door. And the first thing you open, like here, as you're creaking, is just loads of screams coming from everywhere that you couldn't hear while the door was closed. But once you've got it slightly open, getting ready to, as you're pulling it open, you can hear all these screams. There's loads of them coming from everywhere in front of you. But yeah, just directly in front of you is a lit hallway as you open the door. So
yeah, just open the door, rip it off like a plaster. Hopefully the screaming will stop. And yeah, just his main thing is he wants to get away from that thing hanging upside down on the ceiling. He just wants away from it.
Okay. So yeah, you continue, and yeah, the hallway leads to another door. There doesn't seem to be anything to either side. It's very dimly lit by, you're unsure what by, because there's no like torches or anything along the walls. It's very, very strange.
Like a weird natural lighting.
Yeah, very weird one.
I know this like sounds like maybe too metagamey, but by the layout, like the brickwork on the walls, would it be safe to assume that I'm somewhere underground?
Yeah, similar to the stone that you'd find underground. Yeah, stonework anyway.
I don't like the basement. Let's get out.
So yeah, you're at another door.
Yeah, just he sees no reason to stop. Like he's just going to keep going. He wants out of here.
So yeah, as you go into this room, do me a stealth roll for me.
Oh, he's not good at these. No, he's not good at these. That's a fail.
Okay, we'll get to the repercussions of that in just a second. And we'll get to the description of that in just a second. But now we'll go to the butcher. So, Hirsch, you stir in your sleep. And you start hearing whispers in your head. Just like they're gibberish whispers. So it's, and they start to get really whistle register, like they're up in the whistle register and they're getting louder. And now that seems to have got your attention, you are on your bed. But you are out in the open.
Like trees and stuff around?
Yeah, but these trees are grey and the leaves are grey and wimpy.
So it doesn't remind me of like outside at the hotel. It's sort of,
Yeah, it's sort of somewhere else.
it's gray.
Yeah.
I'll sit up in the bed. Hello? Hello?
Hello. You hear a voice coming from the trees.
I'm checking under the pillow to see if my knife is there.
Yeah, your knife is there. Yeah. Welcome.
Why, thank you. Who is this?
And out from the trees, you see a bearded man, got a big bushy beard, and he's in like these draped clothes, and he's coming up to you. He's very pale. His face is very gaunt looking. He's like, it's nice to have a friend here. I doubt you'll be here long, though.
And you are? You look like a rabbi.
I am probably going to be your only friend here. But, why have you got that thing near you?
Because I don't know you.
Yes. Well, I'm no harm to you, sir. What is your name, sir?
Is my hat in my dream?
If you had it near your bed, on your bed, or near it, or on the
Would have been
like
near it.
Yeah, it will be there.
You mean, who am I? Who are you?
Well, most people call me Hellraiser, but yes.
Hellraiser. Hellraiser. Do I know that name other than the Clive Barker reference?
Yeah, you do know. It's the ex-lead singer of Blood for Drugs, Rick Hellraiser Dawkins.
Rick Hellraiser Dawkins, the ex-lead for Blood for Drugs?
Yes.
What are you doing in my dream? I'm the butcher, Hirsch Schechter.
Yeah. From Phantoms of Atlantis. Johnny used to go on about the smaller bands, you see. Well, you're not particularly dreaming right now. You're here. This is a real place, my friend. But you're also not here. You're here, but you're also back there. Your body would resume back there as if you were there. Probably not as smart or knowledgeable, but enough to make the other people with you or around you not seem too suspicious. you are somewhere else.
And you're here.
Yes, I'm here, but I do not exist anymore technically in the other world.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. As you stand up, do me an intelligence roll for me.
I'm 26. That is a hard.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're every bit of this will stay with you, but you then suddenly come back. You're back in your bed. You wake up, but you will now have a new phobia of your choice. You can have whatever phobia you want, but you will have a phobia.
I'm afraid of rabbis. No, I don't know. Let me think about it for a second.
Okay, that's fine. But yes, and as you wake up, you'll see Garth. He's snoring like a baby.
I've had fear of snoring.
Okay.
Okay, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. I'm gonna try to lay back down and fall back to sleep.
The phobia was instead of sanity loss, just as a reference. So back to Garth before we get to the morning when everyone is awake. Garth, as you go into this room, there are two identical tables at the opposite side of this moderately sized room. There's barely anything going on here, but it looks, going by these bed type things and the light dangling around, maybe like an operating theater. You do see two people lying on these beds, and to their back towards you there is a very tall man who is like bent over, very tall man, probably like 8 feet, 9 feet tall. And he's leaning over, and you can see his arms come out. He's very bony, and he's just leaning over this one of the people on one of the beds. But you failed your stealth roll, so its head fully turns around and looks at you, and you see this very featureless face. It's featureless, no eyes, no nose, no mouth, but it knows you're there. And its head tilts, and you can hear the crack of the bones as well. And then everything twists around, and this 8-9 foot monstrosity, his long legs, long arms, slightly hunched over, is just staring at you. It might not have any eyes, but you can feel its glare.
I'm assuming that's a sanity check.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'll try to I'll try to not move a muscle to see what happens first.
Okay. You can do me a strength roll.
Strength.
That seems it's one of power or strength, but we'll stick with strength.
Strength, I think that's a hard pass. Let me double check. Yeah, hard pass.
Okay, yeah. You stand still, and this being is like in like a doctor's uniform almost, but it's very long, and it comes up to you and it lurches over you, and its claws, it's like hands with these like sharp claws kind of reach over you, and it seems to go all the way over. It's its head move, and then it just does one twist around, and you hear every bone click, and then it just marches back off and leaves out of one of the other doors. But you staying still seemed to aid you there.
Yeah, try my best not to piss myself after that. Butcher might just see the bottom of my sheet start to go a wee bit dark. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna see the. You said I seen bodies with their backs to me. Are they like cut open or anything?
There are two bodies. They're not. The guy had his back to. Well, the thing had its back to you. The two bodies are lying there. So you're going to have a closer look at them.
Well, just like not moving. I just want to see what I can see from where I am.
Okay. You'll get not a detailed glance, but you'll get a small glance. So one of them seems to have its stomach ripped open, or at least that part ripped open. You see on like a little operating table to the side with all like the scalpel and that. There's a few organs on there, just in a row. And the other one doesn't seem to have anything missing from there, but you could see the exposed brain, and there's like these needles in the brain.
Yeah, I'm. At one glance was enough for Garth. He's gonna keep going to a doorway that thing didn't go in.
Okay. Can you do me an intelligence roll for me?
Okay. No, that's
okay.
You know what? Right. You know what? I might as well. I'm gonna burn 30 luck on it. So
you're going to bed.
That will be I'll burn. It's 31 luck I have to burn for that. So
it is up to you, but yes, it's up to you. It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I think I will, because like he's lost 10 sanity in like the last 24 hours, and so he just wants to get out of here.
Okay, yeah. So just do a power roll for me with an advantage.
Okay. That is a hard or advantage at extreme.
Okay, so yeah, you suddenly wake up. Hirsch, you'll just see him. He's snoring. He suddenly just sits up. There's piss on his bed. And he's sweating. Garth, you will not take sanity, but you will gain a phobia.
Okay. I think the most sensible one to go for is fear of doctors.
That's fair. Okay, so you two are there, and just for purpose of time, we'll say that around the time, but you kind of stirred Hirsch and Garth. It would be early, about 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. We'll say that just for purposes. And because you three were so refreshed, you three might start waking up around, one of you might start waking up around that time or whatever. It's up to you, but eventually you'll all wake up.
Man, I slept so good. Maybe we should stay here another night. I mean,
I slept pretty good, but
yeah, I know. I was just trying to tease you, since I know we all want to get out of here. I'm gonna start getting ready. We got that meeting here in about an hour. So.
Okay.
So yeah, I did not sleep well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Hirsch and Garth to the other three look awful. Especially Garth. Garth looks the worst for a while.
That's Garth in the morning.
Bad dreams.
Dreams?
Bad dreams, yeah.
Oh, well.
Bad dreams and Garth snoring the rest of the night.
Yeah. Well, we'll be getting out of here. We'll go get some coffee, or maybe not have coffee. You guys can just sleep in the van.
Are we going to talk to what's his name this morning?
Yeah.
Yep. Luna, you spoke, but nothing came out. I heard your mouth. I saw your mouth.
If he shows.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But
So, we can. So, what time did you say you were meeting him again? Not was it 9, 8? Okay, so you'd all get up, get ready, and yeah, you'd head off to McDonald's, which is across the road. So,
Right.
would you have packed the van? Are you leaving instantly after this meeting, or are you going to pack after the meeting?
well, if we woke up at 7, probably pack afterwards. I mean,
Okay.
We have to pay our bill and everything, so
yeah.
Okay.
But
So yeah, you
So
go
look-
to McDonald's.
I'm going to look both ways before I cross the street this time after yesterday.
No issue. There is no issue this time. No crazy drivers.
no breadsticks.
No breadsticks. However, the 5 of you will notice that just briefly, to the left side, it's a nice clear day. But to the right side, there seems to be a sandstorm. And it looks slightly grayer that side, but it's only brief. So it's almost for a few seconds. It's like that. Then it's back to being nice and clear. And then to the left, it's also it alternates, but it only happens once. This alternation between the right and left.
Weird bad mojo going on.
Yeah.
Need an egg McMuffin.
So you get to McDonald's, and Alejandro is there. He's sat there waiting.
He actually showed.
Yeah. I'll go over there and well, first I'll get my coffee, my McGriddle. Then.
Okay. Yeah, I could assume that you get whatever you guys need, and then whatever you want, coffee, food, and then you sit down with Alejandro. Alejandro looks like he's had the best sleep ever.
Have you had the best sleep ever?
And hey guys, how are you all this morning?
Well rested.
A lot better. How are you looking? How are you doing?
Oh yeah, I actually feel good this morning.
So maybe it had something to do with the necklace.
That piece of junk? No. Oh, maybe.
Well, I had some pretty nasty nightmares, so maybe it's all suggestion, but
Possibly. Wow. So yeah, what is it you guys wanted again? So we'll go into, obviously we got my incident. It's I checked the newspaper this morning. I checked, and they're pretty on the ball with it, and doesn't seem to be any mention of other than 2 girls found dead outside. That was in the newspaper this morning.
Oh, besides that, yeah, right.
But how many people are murdered in this town every night? Come on.
Not, to be fair, not many. But it seems like a lot recently. If 2 girls, and then if whatever happened with me, maybe someone isn't dead. Maybe they just got hurt. Maybe nothing happened. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. So how'd Johnny take your performance yesterday?
Johnny's Johnny. He had his little shouting match with me. One-sided shouting match, I should say. And Ben, he was fine. He was a lot. He's pretty mellow. He takes it pretty well. I do feel quite bad. I do feel bad, you know.
Yeah. How'd you get this gig?
Don't know. I have not a clue.
So Johnny doesn't know how you got this gig. You don't know how you got this gig.
No, I was doing a few open mic nights and bit like that, and I was trying to get into the rock metal scene, and then next thing I know, I'm the lead singer of Blood for Drugs.
Do you have a contract? I mean, anything?
Yeah, there's a contract signed, but I don't remember signing it. But from what I gather, there was a lot of alcohol. They drink a lot. They do a lot of drugs. So could have just been something that we forgot. It is strange, very strange.
Well, they hired a lead singer.
Yeah, I mean that's very strange. But so, how long have you been having these day blinks in your memory?
Well, I started getting more frequent recently, but I've had some in the past. This is just gonna sound coincidental, but ever since my grandfather gave me the necklace.
Yeah, no, yeah, coincidental. Your favorite word, right? Yeah, coincidental.
Yes. Oh, coincidence. There's nothing.
I kind of look over at Butcher when he says that. I'm like, kind of giving the face of like, maybe you're right.
These blackouts that you've had, have you ever woken up to something similar as what's in your trunk previously?
No, nothing like that. I've woken up with a bloodied handkerchief once, and a weird like brooch from the 1920s. But
Right.
nothing like this. Nothing bloody like a woman's outfit bloody.
And this stuff happens at night or in the early morning. Like when you say you don't remember anything from
No,
around that time. Or is it early in the morning?
It extends through most of the day with my memory gap.
Right. So what was the last thing you remember?
Of which day? Of the
Like just in
woman?
general, obviously taking away from when you come to meet us, like what's the last thing you remember from that point?
I don't. I literally, as I said last time, I don't remember anything with the car. I don't remember getting the car. I don't remember all of
I
that. I
know.
just remember turning up to the gig.
That's when you remember. You
Yes.
just arrived.
Yes, in the car.
Do you not remember the conversations you had with anyone at all? Like, did you speak to
No,
anyone when you?
the conversation I remember. The conversation I remember was the ones the night previously, and then the one obviously I had with you guys after. Yes.
Oh, so no idea where you went then, like where you got the mud on you.
Well, Dex told me that I went to Bakewater. I was going to Bakewater, so.
Oh, I already had that written down. So yes. Do I know where Bakewater is?
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Okay, good.
It's like a 20-minute drive, if that.
Gotcha.
So, what are your plans for the next 24 hours then?
My plans, well, whatever you guys. I said I'd help you, and you'd
Right.
help.
So, if we keep you, or at least keep one of us with you at all times, like, surely then nothing can go wrong. Or if something does happen, then at least we're witness to it.
True, very true. I'm all for whatever. If you guys, as I said, I would help you and I'd get to the bottom of this. So if you if you guys want me to stay on top of you, I will.
Oh, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we'll go out to Bakewater. Maybe that'll shake something loose in there.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe maybe get to the bottom. If I went there must be something. there must be a reason I went there. Is what I'm saying, and what you're saying. So
Exactly.
And do we want to meet your grandfather?
well,
Or is it your father? Sorry.
grandfather. Yeah, we can go to my grandfather. Out, we have a small settlement on the outside of Yeovil, technically. So, but
No, we're definitely heading in that direction.
well, if we want to go Bakewater, it's not the road to Bakewater just leads to Bakewater and the lake. You would have to then double back through Isham to.
We've got a number of days before our next.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a plan then.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Whatever the five of you want me to do to help you, I will do it. Okay. So
Yeah.
you
Sounds
guys are gonna go with him to Bakewater. Is that your next destination?
Yes.
Yes. All right, okay.
Yeah, just a second. My cat's clawing at the door and she needs to get in here.
That's all right.
That's who disemboweled. Yeah, girl.
Okay. We'll pause briefly while he's
3 minutes later.
and we're back.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys. I'm assuming will you guys pay your bill for the hotel?
Correct.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. So that just all gets done. All that busy work gets done, and you guys head off to Bakewater. Just a quick thing, Garth. Did you want to drop off the girls' clothes to the police station on the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. You dropping that off, you just get the receptionist, and she's like, okay, well, we'll pass this on. Do you have a mobile number that the sheriff or deputy can get in contact with you?
Do I have a mobile number?
You'll have the.
Sure, I'll give them my business
2000.
card.
Well, they'll be like small Nokia phones. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Nokia bricks. Yeah, I'll give her my business card.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you guys go off on your way. I said the trip to Bakewater doesn't take very long. 20 minutes. Bakewater is very tiny. It's like there's like 5 houses here, and a small little like bar. And then beyond that, there's a lake. There's a very small lake with a couple of lake houses.
Okay.
With that.
I ask him as we get closer, is like any of this ringing a bell?
No.
Should we get a drink at the bar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bar is called the Boiling Point.
Boiling Point. Nice. Did you have any reason to come here before you did you come here before you don't remember coming here? Yeah.
Well, one of my exes, Amara, used to live here, but she hadn't lived here for a few years. So I wouldn't have any reason to come here.
Yeah, but maybe that's why when you're in your trance you came here.
Possibly.
All right. Well, pull up to the Boiling Point.
Okay. Yeah, at the Boiling Point, there's just a couple of people there smoking outside, and yeah, you get there. It's a small little bar. Yeah. Do you all go in?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go in, there is a very familiar person behind the bar. Very familiar black-haired person behind the bar, which is Ember.
Ember. How you doing?
Gentlemen and ladies
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing here?
I'm a bartender.
I thought, didn't you say her bar burned down or something?
Yeah, I do a few different. I go around the area, go to some of the smaller pubs.
Wandering bartender, huh? Your big
Yeah,
friend?
I go.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Is your big friend around?
He goes where he goes. He's not aware. We're not tied to the hip.
All right, I understand. Well, it was good seeing you.
Well, do you want me to pour you a drink?
Yeah, let's get something to drink. So, Ember, question for you. It's a weird question. You know anything about magic?
Magic.
And I don't mean stage magic. I mean real magic.
Well, I might do. Hirsch, do me a speech roll. It'd probably be charm or persuade between the two. I doubt you're going to be intimidating.
I got a 29. That's more than charm. That's half of my charm.
Okay. Well, for you, Buckshire, I can follow me into the back room. I'd rather not.
I wasn't afraid of this kind of magic either. But
Yeah,
all right. Yeah, I'll follow you back.
The rest of you help yourself to beer, but don't go too. The owner will get crazy.
I look over at Vivian. I was like, man, they're incorrigible.
Okay.
I like the encouragement.
Okay, so the four of you, before not going with Ember, what are you four doing? Is Hirsch is going into the back room with Ember?
I'm gonna go back behind the bar and pretend to be a bartender.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just,
What are you doing?
I'm having fun.
Was there other patrons of the bar here?
There's two outside, and then there's one in the corner, kind of asleep.
Okay.
There's a lot of pint glasses around him.
Right. Yeah, I'm not talking to him. I'll have Vivian pour me a beer, which probably has too much head on it because she doesn't know what she's doing.
Vivian could do me a look roll. Why not?
Okay. That's good. That's good. I rolled a 20 out of a 55.
Well, yeah, she actually pours a pretty good pint for not doing this.
Thank you.
Getting his look, clearly.
Then I'm gonna walk outside to talk to the people outside.
Okay. Vivian staying behind the bar. Luna, what are you doing?
I'm going to ask Vivian if they've got any shots behind the bar.
Oh, we have all the things. What would you like to have?
I don't know. I mean, that looks pretty good. I'll just point to like a random bottle or something.
Okay,
we'll try that. I mean, worst case scenario, we can just go for one of everything. I mean, I'm not driving, so it's not my problem. I mean, and as for what comes after, I mean, that's a future lunar issue. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually have my hand at a mixed drink and see how that goes for Luna.
Okay.
I rolled a 23 actually.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You'll make a pretty good whatever you make. Random
Throws all shots
concoction.
into one random glass.
Just
You sure you know what you're doing?
absolutely.
Garth, what are you doing, Garth? While they're messing around at the bar, Susan's gone outside, Hershey's going into the back. What are you doing?
I'll pull out like a curse from the bar and crack it open with my teeth, and then I'll light up a cigarette and walk outside. Follow Susan.
Okay.
Should I roll up to see if my teeth I lose?
Yeah, you could do that. You can.
What did you say you were doing with your teeth?
Cracking open a bottle with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's great. Yeah.
I thought you were putting some curse on somebody. So, what are you saying?
Don't worry, Mark. I knew what you were saying. But yeah, Alejandro will come outside. Yeah, you can do me a look roll just to see if your teeth are loose, Garth.
Oh, nice. Let's go. Right after I've spent all that luck.
Yeah.
No, I fail.
Yeah, you can feel some wobbly teeth. But
That's all right. More drink will solve
I've
that.
got a bottle opener. I at least know how to do that.
No, this is how cool guys do it. As I say, his blood just trickles out of my mouth.
Yeah, a little bit of blood. Okay. So as you four are doing Hirsch, you go into the back room with Ember. And she brings you, and there's like a table here, there's a small kitchen back here. And there's a stairway that goes upstairs to a flat or whatever. An apartment for the owner. So yeah, she issues you to sit on a chair, and she sits down, and she pulls out a book and slams it on the table. This might help you.
Oh, what's this?
And yeah, do me a power roll, please.
Oh. I got a 36 out of 80, so I've got it's hard.
Okay, so at first there don't seem to be anything there, but maybe it's you're tired, but you didn't really sleep well, and then it just says the history of Basilorian magic.
This does seem like how. I mean, did you know that we were kind of interested in this?
It's magic. You wanted magic. This is magic. It's all I got.
I'll flip over the page.
Yeah, it seems to be in a language you do not know. It's unrecognizable. It's unrecognizable. Some of it almost looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics. Some of it looks like ancient Arabic.
I'll flip some of the pages, see if it's all that way.
Yeah, it's all that way. It doesn't seem to be.
Well, not so sure this is going to help me much.
Understand. Well, she goes, well, that's what I thought, but eventually I understood.
Can we borrow this?
Well, as long as you return it.
All right.
I'll be around. Don't worry.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what? I'll let you have it till you reach Woodsworth.
Do you have any idea what? Okay. Do you have any idea what language it's written in?
Have not a clue.
All right.
Just one day I woke up and I could understand it. Or did I understand it all along? Who knows?
Well, thanks.
Yeah, don't thank me. Thank your friend out there's grandfather.
Oh, so you know about that too, huh?
Yes. Yeah, he caused quite a stir for my friend Petra. Yeah. She was on one of the bartenders. She actually hadn't come in for a couple of days. And that's why I'm actually here, covering.
You know, there were a couple of girls that were murdered yesterday.
Yeah, I know about them. They were just some whores. Sleep with anyone. Any old fucker.
Apparently not with somebody who throws up. All right. Well, so what else do you know? I mean, is there something with the grandfather, something with that family?
Well, they are a weird bunch. They kind of appeared one day. Apparently, anyway. I'm not old enough to know. I'm not that old. But no, I heard probably his grandfather's great grandfather came here, and they appeared one day, basically.
They appeared one day, like they didn't just move here, or
Well, they probably did, but a lot of people are weird around these parts, so you know. A lot of weird tales around these parts, Mr. Butcher.
oh, we've seen some weird stuff. You better get back in the other room, or they're going to drink up all your alcohol.
Well, yeah, it'll be fine. I'll cover for them if they drink it all. Don't worry. I have my ways. But yes, keep the book. Well, I'll find you.
So let's go back in the other room.
Okay. So yeah, you go back into the other room. Vivian and Luna are going wild with the alcohol. But before we get to that, we go outside to Susan and Garth. And Alejandro.
Alejandro, that's right. Yeah. So I walk up to one of the barflies hanging out outside, and lift my pint up to him, and is like going, "Hello, sir. My name's Susan, and had a couple questions I was wanting to ask you if you don't mind."
All right.
And I point right at Alejandro. Have you seen this man around here before?
Let's have a look at him. And he looks right in. Blows smoke in his face.
Whoa.
Yeah, I recognize him. He was, you were harassing Petra. You must have done something awful because she hasn't been here for a few days. Well, since that night, actually. So a day and a bit. She was covering for like 2 weeks, so she should have been here. That's why good old Ember's here.
I kind of look over at Alejandro when he says that, and then I look back at the guy and I'm like going, what day was that, sir?
He looks at the other guy. It's like, they just give each other a nod. It's like, were you at the? He said like a gig or something. First gig of a 2-night gig. It was that night.
Okay.
My buddy here came back completely gone.
Does this Petra? Is she a local, or was she just? You said she was just covering for 2 weeks.
Yeah, she was covering for 2 weeks. She's from Alpine, actually.
Alpine. Okay. Yeah. Well, he got hit in the head really hard and he doesn't remember. That could explain why he's kind of being rude to her and everything. We're just trying to retrace his steps. You know, how memory loss goes and all.
Yeah. Well, I'll see if let me have a think. Did anything else strange happen that night? Let me have a think. And he just gives you a look.
Right. And I go, well, I mean, you know, I know what always helped me remember was my like dig in my purse, and I'm like, my friend, and I'm a band member, so I don't got a lot of money. My friend Alexander Hamilton, a $10 bill.
Well, he takes your $10 bill. I heard a gunshot from the lake that night. Yes.
Well, is that uncommon though? I mean, we're kind of.
It's that night it was, because everyone who would usually be out there doing bits was getting drunk or wasted. It was unusual because it was followed by a scream. But I was,
Okay.
yeah.
And did he point in the direction where he said the gunshot came from?
Yeah, just near the lake. So he points to, there's like a little dock kind of area where people would go sit to go fishing. Just
Right.
further down.
Okay. Well, I have a sip of my drink and kind of give it a little side eye over at Garth. I'm like, I think Luna's right.
Something's definitely fishy, all right.
Okay.
I thank him for the information, and
Well, thank you.
oh, you're welcome. Enjoy the beverage.
I will. I always do. You enjoy the rest of your day, miss.
I will.
So what are you two going to do next?
I'm tempted to go down to the docks, but I think I'm going to go back in to the other, where the others are.
Well, Top Susan, you look like you're someone who wants to go down to the docks. Why don't we go down there?
All right. Well, let me finish up my drink and kind of throw it back.
Okay.
If Garth's with me, I'll feel all right. He's a wild man, so
Yeah. Alejandro will follow you. He's kind of sticking
of course.
to you, Susan. So yeah. Okay. You three wander off to the docks. Back in the bar briefly, as Hirsch has come back in with Ember. Vivian is there randomly making random things and giving it to Luna, who's probably getting very drunk right now.
Viv, I don't feel so good. I don't know if maybe you've put something that shouldn't have been with something in, but no, doesn't feel good. I'll have one more.
You got it.
Wait, do you even know yourself what you're putting in these things? Or is it just one of everything?
I'm just basically pouring by color.
Ember comes out and just like, ladies, you've had enough. You've only been here, 10 minutes? And you...
10 minutes!
Please stop going through all the alcohol. No, that is not... Push him back up. No.
I did warn you.
That's fine. You back behind the other side.
I'm gonna come back around.
All right. Have you had your fun?
I'm done.
Okay. It's not so easy, is it?
No, it's not easy. But I did have fun. Hopefully I didn't make too much of a mess for you.
Oh, not at all. She looks with all the spilt alcohol everywhere. Probably a couple of broken glasses.
Right as she does that. right on the bar top.
I end up cleaning that up, Vivian. Your job.
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
No. You two just get your friend, please. I will deal with you. mess.
I'm sorry, guys.
Luna,
It
go
was too
outside and get some
tempting.
fresh air.
Fresh air. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go do that.
Okay, so do the two of you get either side of Luna, or what?
I
are
think
you
Vivian
doing,
needs to handle it by herself because she's like did this to her.
I will I will take Luna to the bathroom and I will clean Luna up.
Okay.
I will do.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very small toilet basically, but yeah, you can sort Luna out. Hirsch, are you going outside or are you?
No,
staying...
I'm staying there with her for a few minutes.
Okay.
Who else is here with me? Anybody, or am I alone with her?
You're alone with the guy who's passed out on the table.
All right. So, this is going to sound really weird, but me and Garth and I think Luna have been seeing things.
You seeing things?
Yeah. Like strange, weird landscapes and sandstorms, and we thought it was drugs, but it's not drugs.
Well, and she kind of just turns around and goes. She turns around and goes back out back. Has she been speaking there?
But she didn't say anything to me, like follow.
She didn't say you. Okay. Are you you're going to follow her out back? Yeah.
I'll wait for a second, and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll follow her.
Okay. As you get up and start walking, Vivian and Luna, you'll notice that. Well, Luna probably not as much, but Vivian, you will. The walls start to change into that same disgusting, weird, distorted variation that you've been seeing, and there's no roof, and there's a sandstorm brewing, and
So who is saying this?
all three of you, Hirsch, Vivian, and Luna, as you got up to go follow Ember, Hirsch, that's when this started to trigger. The man is still there, just FYI. The man is like
passed out.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue following Ember.
Okay. So, before we'll come to that in a second. Meanwhile, Garth and Susan, everything is nice and dandy at the minute for you two. You get to the docking area.
Okay.
And yeah, do me a spot hidden, both of you.
No, fail.
I failed, so I'm going to like push it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of get down almost on my hands and knees. What I'm looking for, because I watched a lot of cop shows. Like, well, it's probably a bullet casing or something around. So I'm going to start crawl around on my hands and knees, kind of run my hands through whatever foliage is nearby, and then.
Okay. All right.
Try for broken glass.
Oh, that's a pass.
Yeah, and yeah, you will like going around. There is broken glass around here, just sweeping away because it's quite dusty and dirty around here. So you find a bullet casing. And a couple of drops of dried blood, just around where the bullet casing dropped. A bit further back, a bit further away, but in that same region.
I hold up the bullet and I look at Garth. I'm like, Garth, here's the case. Here's the bullet casing.
Well, so go ahead, Josh.
Well, no, you can continue. You can continue.
I was just gonna say, well, he was bang on about it coming from down at the docks. This is how often do you find bullet casings just lying around?
How close are we to the dock that's actually overhanging the lake?
Like, like that.
Close.
You
Yeah,
are
pretty close.
basically
Okay.
close to it.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
going to try and look underneath the dock. And what Susan's imagining is that she's going to look under there and there's going to be a body like hung up under the dock. So I'm going to feel in myself for that.
Garth, while Susan is doing that, do me another spot hidden for me.
Spot hidden. Oh, Trash City, man. No, I still fail.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of focused on Susan. Your eyes are on Susan. Susan,
Pervert.
you look and you don't see anything. Not under there. And then both of you do me a power roll. As Garth, you are looking in that direction. So both of you can do me a power roll.
Regular pass.
Fail.
Okay, Garth, you're fine. You're just watching Susan. Susan, visible. The water kind of turns into this yellowish, clear water. Like it's yellow. It's just it's yellow, basically yellow,
Right.
and you can see directly down, and you see this grayish body just start to ascend. This woman's naked body start to ascend and dives up into you and is grabbing hold of you and pulling you and saying, "No one was here to save me. No one was here to save me. Why?"
I'm like, get the fuck off me! I start swinging, kind of pushing her hands off of me and trying to just push her back. And if I can get separation, I'll pack it, kind of tumble backwards.
As soon as you do that, there's no need for anything. She just flips. Well, not flips back, but falls back into the water. And it's like, no, why? No one was here. And she just descends back into the water. Garth, to you, Susan was just still there, looking around, staring at the thing, examining it. And then, Susan, you are back. You are back in the same position you were in, looking under the dock. And slightly disturbed, if not disturbed.
All right, sanity roll.
Yeah, sanity roll, please.
All right. Oh, fail. 95.
Join the club.
Yeah.
Okay. A 1d4 for me, please.
Right. 3.
Okay. So take 3. So the two of you, after all this are gone, you realize something. All of a sudden, you don't need to roll a spell on you, but Alejandro isn't around you.
Motherfucker.
But both of you, knowing that, looking for him, you will see he is walking on the water across the lake.
Like Christ walking on the water?
Pretty much. Like, he's just walking straight across. And that is where we'll leave you two for this evening. So hold that thought. Write it down what that thought was. The other 3. Luna, you're probably not much in a state to register everything going on, but Vivian, you're obviously noticing there's a giant sandstorm above you because there's no roof there. But Hirsch, you're still following, and the staircase is there still. And there seems to be, because there's a lot of sand on the floor, you can see footprints going up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll follow up the stairs.
Yeah, they are bare feet footprints. So you follow them up, and as you go up, there seems to be like there were a couple of rooms around, but they're not there anymore. And then, like, what could, like, it looks like they've just completely vanished or destroyed or whatever. But to your left, there's a room, and there's a woman there, naked woman, and she is holding this disgusting, like, fetus. Like, it's very mangled and grotesque. It's got extra limbs, and she just stares up at you. She's got no eyes, and she's just like, help me, help me.
I'm just going to keep going down the hallway. I'm looking for Ember.
Yeah, okay. As you continue to go down the hallway, this arm, just this little elongated arm, just reaches out and grabs you by the throat. Vivian, down with you, you will notice that stood behind you and Luna, that man who was sat in the corner, his head is there, and there is another man with like this weird mask on. It's not bones, it's a smaller man with a weird mask. He's got no shirt on, and he's holding the head, and he's got a machete of that man in the corner, and he's just staring at you. And that is where we will end it for this evening. But before,
I can't breathe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, listeners, wherever you are, I have been DJ Vic G, and this has been another episode of the Midnight Meat Train. What will happen to our bandmates next time? Who knows? They are really getting into the deep end now, aren't they? But are they getting closer to the truth? Well, we'll have to wait and see on the next segment of the Midnight Meat Train. Good night.
Our players included Keith Craig, Mark Anthony, Julian Arba, Dalton Dunn, and myself, with Josh Harwood as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with our other members. You can set up private games, and you can learn the fine arts of gameplay and game mastering. There's a link below. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good game.